Detectives are beginning to pivot from a missing persons investigation to a criminal probe. According to Samantha's mother, her daughter came to Riverside Park late last Friday night to meet up with an old boyfriend. She says the two got involved in a physical altercation, and tonight, 1 week later, she tells me she has plenty of reason to be concerned.
Something bad may have happened to her. She does not have a phone with her. She's obsessed with her phone. Like, she wants to, like, that is her main thing, as with like a lot of teenagers now. Like, she cannot be away from her phone, and she would let somebody know. Like, I don't know where she would have gone with no money, no means of getting any money. There were no altercations here. She's been happy.
Purpose, the show with purpose on the Focus TV1 network.
I am your host, Kimberly Trapani of the Focus TV1 Network Purpose Show. I am wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Purpose, the talk show with purpose on the Focus TV1 network, with your host Kimberly Trapani, every Saturday at 4 Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned.
You are tuned in to Focus TV1 Network, The Purpose Show, and I am your host, Kimberly Trapani, and I am privileged to welcome, and I don't even know how to salute you, Nsikak Okosi, a chemical engineer, a veteran of the Army, and the laundry list is full. Thank you for your service. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Purpose Show. Thank you so much.
I definitely am so excited to have you as guest on the show today. And having a doctorate from Boston University, can you tell me a little bit about getting a doctorate?
Thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me to your show. I was first admitted into a doctorate program in 1998. And so that was at Kansas State University doctorate program in physics. Within 12 months, I secured about 42 graduate credits, and the funding ran out. So that's a phrase you hear very often, the funding ran out. And so I picked up a master's program, just 1 year being in Kansas, and left that program. Went to University of Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City. I saw the I saw the Hurricane Alley, and
Oh my
I
goodness.
told myself I'm gonna drive 4 hours from Topeka, Kansas to Oklahoma, and my PhD then also was supposed to be in radiological physics. Unfortunately, I did receive a letter. The letters are piling up that the program was downgraded from a PhD program to a master's. At the time, I already had about 3 master's degree to my name. So I declined to go and wrote to university in Lowell. Lowell accepted me for a PhD program in medical physics. uh, I deferred that program to join them the following year, and guess what? I got a letter that there was no funding for the program. So I told myself, I said, hey, funding seems to be crucial. What's happening? Why is it that other people are able to get to PhD programs and I'm unable? So I read that if you join the U.S. Army, you could have full funding to be able to complete your education. And so I used to like to play a little bit of tricks and tell people that I fell in love with the country first before she before I knew love of country. I thought I was going to be able to have a tuition for a graduate program, and I ended up uh, discovering love of country. And so, to cut the
Yep.
story short, it is that scholarship program that took me to Boston Medical in 2011 after I had served, and there I read
Yep.
radiology. Yeah, and I obtained an MA degree in bioimaging, all modality, and ended up practicing at the VA Medical Center in Syracuse. And
Thank you for that,
yeah,
Cass.
that's where we
And
met. Yep.
it's definitely all about the money. It's definitely about American greed. It's definitely about the funding. Can we, and I can't believe I would never be able to be a nuclear physicist like you. However, let's get into some of your projects. Let's dive real deep because you do special work, and I want to hear all about what you're doing with veterans right now. Can we start with the shower project?
Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about the shower project. As I just mentioned earlier, I ended up in 2009 at Boston University School of Medicine. And if you are privileged to get around there, you discover that we have a sea of homelessness. And when you look across the sea of those who do not have any kind of shelter or are on the street, you
Mhm.
realize that this epidemic does not discriminate. We have representation from all genders, from all races, from all age group. And so when I completed my school program in 2011, I
Mhm.
knew that I had to return to Boston. I knew that I had to
Okay.
do something because
Mhm.
most of those who were on the street were similar to myself, who had pledged and said, send me. They were mostly veterans. They were mostly middle aged young individuals who've been caught in the whirlwind
Yeah.
of drug epidemic. So I found my voice, or I found my footing investing in restoring a 12 shower head
Mhm. Mhm.
structure that can be used to restore the individuals on the street by just offering 1 day free shower, maybe a week long shower. And so that project is ongoing, and it's all about 95% complete, and I cannot wait to cut that ribbon and get that project on the road. It's mobile.
That's
And
amazing, and it breaks my heart. I gave a granola bar to a homeless veteran, and it makes me cringe. And so when I see them holding the signs, "I am a veteran and I am homeless," I stop and talk to them. Cause some people wouldn't. They say, "Why is the government not doing something? Why are they just trying to hold signs and make money on the streets?" And the government needs, and although I appreciate this, my grandfather was a colonel. The government needs to step up and help these people that are fighting for our country. We're lacking funding, we're lacking money, we're lacking ability to have compassion. No, the government's not funding homeless veterans. I'm talking to them on the streets. I say, where are you living right now? I'm living in a homeless shelter. Why can't you get a job? And they say to me, why? How would I get a job? I don't even have a computer to apply. and they don't even know what direction to go. Kos, thoughts? What are your thoughts on that, Kos?
The situation is very um, unfortunate. I think the government has appropriated a lot of resources towards veteran restoration, in my opinion. Um, the question really is, has it trickled down? The trickle down economics you've been hearing of. Government is very good at throwing bulk resources and very bad at measuring the trickle down dynamics. And so people like us, engineers, we follow the money from the top, from the beginning to where it ends. And so I think there is a disconnect between what's been appropriated and what's been utilized. And that's why you see a lot of veteran groups, veteran of foreign war, a lot of charity groups step in to try to fill the void. And individuals such as myself, who has actually been a veteran, I've decided that I will make that my life mission. Not $1 million for a veteran, not a tax break, one shower for any veteran who wishes to. Until we do that, especially in the city of Boston, we ought to be ashamed that we have left a lot behind.
I'm sitting here crying. I see these veterans holding signs on streets, people questioning why the veterans, thinking that the veterans are holding signs because they're making it up and they're just trying to make their living. I give them dollars. I don't have billions of dollars to give these veterans. If everybody just gave $1 on the street when they saw somebody holding a sign, and not thinking it's a conspiracy theory or fraud, and you giving showers, maybe the world would like start to get down to common sense. Thoughts, Kos, on that opinion?
Thank you so much for your thoughtfulness. You know, $1 may seem very little to you, $1 may seem very little to a few, but $1 to the hand of a veteran means hope, means that they matter, means that the world is thinking, means that they are not left behind. What happens to you when you leave your house? You are abroad where you reside for 5 or 10 years, fighting to defend our borders and fighting for freedom. Most likely, when you return back, you may find no home. You may find out that what you once called home is no longer there. Whether it was a spouse waiting for you in anguish, or it was just a parent who might have gone forward. So the reunification of veteran is a big thing. I have a friend of mine right now. Hopefully, he's in the audience. He is uh, a bereaved person advocate. I have forgotten what the actual title is. He's currently serving in the last 60 days at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, a position we all engineered and stayed behind for him to be able to secure. He is ready to deliver for those who could have been left behind, either by disaster or just loss. So I tell you, give $1 to a veteran. It is not the dollar that matters, but it is the feeling that I have a fellow human who is willing to give me a hug. That dollar is more than a hug. It is the feeling and not the dollar. And I tell you, in this your show, hopefully your show would be with us when we break the ribbon. And mark it and remember, when a veteran steps out of my shower and you ask that veteran and say, or a homeless person, and say, how do you feel, sir? I'm predicting that what they would say would be, I feel at home. I feel at home. I feel at home.
Kos, the solution has to stop being why every veteran is standing on the streets. I see the veterans in the tents in the inner city of Albany, New York, wondering when somebody's actually gonna care and actually going to do something. We have veterans in tents on the inner city on Lark Street in Albany. It's enraging to me, Kos. And the conspiracy is, well, I'll give my change to the Salvation Army when we ring the bell, but some person with a tent holding a sign on the streets of inner city Albany saying I need help is beneath us. Thoughts, Koss, before we go to commercial break? Thoughts?
It is beyond comprehension. There is no faking homelessness. There is no faking poverty. I tell you, you could try it out if you want. If you are in the audience, leave your house and go and stand for 8 hours and say, I'm homeless. You will know that it is a very hard job. You could only take that job if you are truly homeless. That's what I'll tell you.
When, for the audience that doesn't know what the shower project is, can you break it down before we go to commercial? Just what is a shower project?
The shower project is a mobile home structure, 48 feet in length, partitioned into shower stalls, 6 to one side for females, 6 to the other side for males. It is to be restored and reutilized. It is mobile, which means that wherever the mobile shower is parked, you could actually put the coordinates in your cell phone and you can get on Uber $4 and you are in the shower. I think if that shower is parked in the city of Boston and in collaboration with the mayor of Boston, Miss Wu, I think we can be able to tell any homeless person, get on this app and secure a 25 minutes free shower. I used to call it free 99. Free 99. That's how much it costs.
That's amazing. And we're going to go to commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to find out what Okosi's shower project needs and how one person can help this project.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy J Rob with the hit single God's Got Me and Tame the Tongue. You are tuned in to Focus.media right here on Focus One TV Network. I want to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Remember, in this season, it's not the stuff you gather in life, but it's the stuff you scatter in life that shows the life that you live. If you want to follow me, go to Instagram to The Real J Rob, or you can check out my store at j-robmusic.com and let me know what y'all think. May you all be blessed. Again, you are tuned in to Focus.media. Salute.
but she liked the way I did it.
Are you ready? Hey, are you ready to go or what?
Purpose, the talk show with purpose on the Focus TV 1 network, with your host Kimberly Trapani, every Saturday at 4 Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned.
Purpose, the show with purpose on the Focus TV 1 network.
Nsikak, Okosi, I am so appreciative of having you here. I understand you worked with veterans on a video project. How was it to help them, and what can the common civilians do to help your shower project?
The short video projects feature and documents some of the strides that a few veterans have been able to make. These are not standalone projects. These are not standalone programs. These programs are in collaboration with either the Department of Defense or any military support to be able to capture and do storytelling about the lives of veterans. We have been in competition through the federal solicitation platform to do contributions, to make contributions to those video productions. And so far, I have a few clips that our collaborative efforts generated. I'm looking forward in the future to make sure that we become key players. We have the language, we have lived the life, and we should definitely be a part of the mix in bringing the voices of veterans to the forefront. And so it's a new thing for our organization, and we are branching out, reaching various networks like the King Coco Show that I had appeared before, to make sure that we can have good storytellers to work collaboratively in producing short films to chronicle veterans' life.
Appreciate you. And anything else we can talk about regarding the project, regarding funding sources, before I get to one more topic with you? Um, you have the floor.
Yes, yes. So, where we are now is really a state of ambivalence by so many individuals who definitely do possess the ability to assist, but just don't know how to. Um, I am a very big proponent of one person can make a difference. I said that 20 years ago. I still believe that today. I think I would still believe that in the next 20 years. Um, every imagination, every invention, every idea must have started from one person. And once you have vision and once you have the feeling, you ought to communicate that to your next door neighbor, the next person you see. If they embrace the idea, it becomes a reality. Every single thing we see around us. So, this effort to develop structures that serve those left behind, the homeless, is really a
Yeah.
one-man project, and it would feel nice to be able to have funding generated either through GoFundMe type fundraising, or through a neutral arbiters such as your show, so that in due course, before 2023 rolls over, we can actually see a dream come true. I think I would like myself to take a shower there. As a veteran, I think I qualify. I would also be very excited to hear, to share the feedback that the homeless who would become beneficiaries to the project, what the feedback would be. But I have predicted every single of them will be telling us something in the line, I surely feel at home. It takes a wonderful feeling when you hug your towel. When you come out of that shower and just hug your towel, I think that's the feeling, a single feeling we need to be able to restore to the homeless.
I appreciate that. And how would one reach you if they want to give a veteran a clean shower during the holiday season? And as you know, we have a missing child we have to get to. Can we have the militaries on board with that as well?
I think that the military has a great stake in the um, end of care or continuation of life of a returning service person. I think they have done a lot, as I have mentioned, such as um, the positions we have at Fort Leavenworth. These are
Okay.
federal employment position, but it takes one person to be there and run the programs. Individuals also have obligations. If you enjoy your $1 burger every day, think about how you can give a dollar burger to a veteran. I know that some of us drink martini about $25 a shot. You don't have to send any further martini to a veteran, but $25 can do a lot to provide 25 showers. So we are still coming up with the construct, to be frank, to be able to know what would it take to sponsor 10 showers to 10 veterans. I think by your
Fair
next
enough.
show, we would be able to bring that up so that anyone could say, I already have shower in my house, but I can let a veteran who has been in the elements in the last 3 weeks or who knows how long to have a holiday shower.
How would one reach you to donate?
Right now, we are not yet on GoFundMe. We only have our emails and also our cell phones. We are able to collect Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. An email to Nsikak at nsibaba.net. I'm going to put that on a chat. Hopefully that shows up or it could be put on the screen. That would allow us to be able to collect payments. This would be going 100% to the shower project, and definitely would be converted to a shower for a veteran. So I would provide that email before the end of the show, and then we can be able to have that chronicle. We would be delighted to have support that comes in and chronicle it and be good stewards of these resources to be able to make sure that our veterans actually become whole. I have spoken to some veterans personally and asked them, I said, why wouldn't you go home? They say, well, look at me. I'm not clean. I don't want to go to doctor's office this way. So I imagine if they were to take shower and feel that they are clean, the next port of call would be to keep their doctor's appointment. Let's make them whole.
Appreciate you and your time today. As you know, we have a missing child to find. We have Jacqueline Winfred Ewers tomorrow on a special show because this 14-year-old girl is missing. We're going to get to that as well. I'd love to have you back on the show, Koss, in 2023 if you'll come back on for us. And we can keep up to date with what's going on. And I appreciate your time here today. And anything else before we wrap?
I want to mention the fact that I myself was a returning veteran. The journey to come back from active duty, cool down, and be reintegrated into the civil society and go on to a medical school, engineering school, and complete that, and then go to serve in a veteran hospital and various other agencies teaching instruction support
You
at
have.
West
At
Point,
West
the
Point.
Naval Academy. That is, yes, that is a template that we can take a second look and say, what does it take for one veteran to do that, and how can we duplicate that across board? I think the current system, we know what the answers are. You return back from active duty, you fall through the cracks, and you end up on the street. That is unsustainable. That is unacceptable. That is beyond no accountability for those who said, yes, send me. I think that message has to be very clear that the more we see homeless veterans on the street, the more we know that we have failed them as a society. I don't know how anyone goes to be a public servant in a political office having homeless individuals, veterans on their street, and then they feel that they are accomplished.
This is disgraceful and we have to do better. And I appreciate your time, and we will definitely get you back on our show. And God bless you. God bless America. And I appreciate your service. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
your host, Kimberly Trapani of the Focus TV One Network Purpose Show. I am wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Detectives are beginning to pivot from a missing persons investigation to a criminal probe. According to Samantha's mother, her daughter came to Riverside Park late last Friday night to meet up with an old boyfriend. She says the two got involved in a physical altercation, and tonight, 1 week later, she tells me she has plenty of reason to be concerned.
Something bad may have happened to her. She does not have a phone with her. She's obsessed with her phone. Like, she wants to, like, that is her main thing, as with like a lot of teenagers now. Like, she cannot be away from her phone, and she would let somebody know. Like, I don't know where she would have gone with no money, no means of getting any money. There were no altercations here. She's been happy.